Thank you very much to Alzheimer Europe to invite us and Alzheimer Scotland to invite us to share this time with all of you. And we talk about, in this special session, about perceptions, that is one. Maybe here, it's good for you. The perceptions and image of dementia. And our point of view is based on clinical practice. And for that, I need to introduce some slides in the next few minutes to talk about our institution. And our institution is a private non-profit foundation in Barcelona, named it's Fundació NACE, Institut Català de Neurociències Aplicades. And we start our work in 1991 to working in Alzheimer's Centre Educacional. Is a center for psychostimulation to devote to people with dementia, all types of dementia. And later we are growing, and in 2006 we start to work with early onset dementia, and every age about 58 years. More of them are frontotemporal dementia and Alzheimer's disease. But really, I'm sorry. Here. And really, our study is based on memory clinic. And in the memory clinic, we are moving to the Barcelona Alzheimer's Treatment Research Center with a memory clinic and applied research, and the hospital from pharmacological treatment and hospital pharmacy. I am really a clinical practice. Well, our pillars, it's devoted in memory clinic, basic research, and education through the Barcelona-Pittsburgh Biennial Conference and the Daycare Center for Late Onset Dementia and Early Onset Dementia. But for this special topic, we are talking about the social and legal research made in our center. What about the Barcelona Alzheimer's Treatment and Research Center Diagnostic Unit? We are a referral unit in Barcelona, and our patient is delivered by the GPs, neurologists, and psychiatrists for the local and the regional near to the Barcelona city. And our database from 1996 to 2030, it's about 15,000 database patients, and we collect a lot of data, clinical and biological and biomarkers, and we try to do something to improve knowledge about dementia and care. Could be the more relevant for our unit is the diagnosis procedures. First one is devoted to the families, and I underline the social worker time and the social worker work, because it's the first person, the first professional that they have an interview with the family to ask about the environment, economicals, relationship with the relative, and later, with all this information, the neurologist or the geriatrician make an interview of the family to find the functionality. And we use the tools like GDS, the CDR, and informant battery in order to collect the real situation, functional situation of this patient without the family, to maintain privacy and dignity. And later, the second step is the normal rules in the clinic. No? It's neurologists make a patient assessment, and the neuropsychologist have one evaluation with the end-based neuropsychological battery. Every day we have a daily consensus conference to share and consensus diagnostics with, and the final diagnosis is signed by neurologists, by neuropsychological team, and social opinion. And in the next step, in the next appointment, we disclosed this diagnosis with the family. All this process gave us a lot of information about families and about the patients. Well, the total activity in 2013, it's more or less 5,700 patients. The new diagnosis from the last year was 1,600 new diagnoses, and part of them is covered by the charity of our foundations, and we follow up all these patients. We follow, and the follow-up visit is more or less 4,000, and also it's covered for the 34 person for our charity. And I invite to read this paper, because in this paper it's accepted like a new clinical and research model for people with dementia. Well, that is our topic, and move on this one. And this is my talk. It's about the perception of dementia and the representation. And the principal investigator is Pilar Cañabate. He's here in the room, and she is the chief of social work at offices, and he's a PhD as anthropologist and the social worker in our institution. This work is based on the analysis of 5,800 cases of families, and the total social families follow-ups that it's maintained and not discontinued in our center is more or less Oops. I'm sorry, because, yes, 5 minutes. Oh. Well. That is the total families, and we are only talk about 3,000 families with dementia. And let me say something to identify patients. Identify patients, here is the age, more or less it's 80, females, 75. And the most important here in this picture, and you need take home, is who detect and promote the visit. And who detect and promote the visit? The families. Families is the best doctor. Is the best doctor, okay? Is the best doctor. And we need to improve this one. But let me see one thing. Even they, it's living with the families. We talk a little more in the next slides. Why do they live with? And the 22 person in Barcelona, it's living alone, even though the dementia has a diagnosis. Well, who is the carriers? The carriers is female. More than 58% of the carriers of these patients are the wife and the daughter. Son is in green. Huh? Okay, son is in green. No comments. And another is the most difficult thing for us. Even we have a lot of information about the families, is to find a real caregiver. Where is the real caregiver? And sometimes we cannot identify even they are living with the family. And if you pay attention here, GDS3 and GDS4. GDS4, the Global Dementia Deterioration Scale. Global Dementia Scale is in fourth stage is demented people. It's not that the diagnosis is one dementia. And here, in this state and in that, from 12 and 30% of these patients, it's impossible to identify caregiver, and it's worse from the females, like you saw. Females are more independent, or seems to be more independent, and seems to no need other people to help, because it's moving very well at home forever. More things. We want to use a special terminology excursus, and I want to define care, caregiver, and representation. Care for us is not just a task. is more than that. Care is a proposals of commitment. That is care for us. And caregiver, 2 minutes. Well, later I discuss outside the room. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And caregiver is a person who designs what needs have to be covered for the person. Caregiver is a manager of the care, and caregiver is an act of service. Caregiver is a vocation with ethical responsibilities. And what about representations? What about representation? What is my image of dementia? Like Nancy, a beautiful image in my mind. Thank you very much. And representations is the perception and image of dementia by the society. Representation of dementia can modify our approach and lead us as individuals and the society to act or no act in one way and the other, and to be active or to be passive. And the core of the representations include information, image, belief, values, opinions, cultural elements, ideology like political and religious perceptions. Let me see 2 examples. It's not for our institution. It's Facing Dementia Survey, lead for John Baum from Newcastle, and to talk about the inequalities of dementia across Europe. Think about this one, please, and ask why in UK we last 32 months from the sign to diagnosis. Why? For the public system? For the cares? For the GPs? What is the question? And really across the Europe, it's 20 months to get a diagnosis. More things. When it's the first day to come to the physician's office, here, the half of our patients arrive in the moderate stage, but really very bad, very bad. And more things. As a consequence of representation, if the diagnosis of dementia does not exist, the patient does not exist. And what is not named does not exist. My name is Alzheimer. What is unknown is not exist. I have a neurodegenerative disease, named type Alzheimer, named Alzheimer. And what is not medicalized, like medicalized, is not an illness. I be treated and I be cured. And that is the reason that the medical doctors are making research in pharmacological aspects to cure the dementia patients. To describe here, the aim of the study is to describe the Catalan population representations. And one of the things is about diagnosis and functionality. Let me see a bad representations when we use the Global Deterioration Scale versus MMSEs, because see here is a 45%, it's correspond with a mini-mental stage, but here at subjective scale, it's reached a 5%. What is happened here? 2 minutes, 1 minute more? No. Yeah, it's finished. It's the same here. I have more time outside. And here it's another slide, chipping, how it's the relationships with the carers and the patients. And really, perceptions don't match reality, because 24 patients don't have identified carriers, even though it's living with them, and maintain a good relationships. More things, I finish. Chose the best one for you. Chose the best one for you. That is the phrases that Pilar Cañabate and the team is. She's fine. Yes, it's a bit out to lunch. She's fine. She's just old. His man retired when he retired. All it's retired here. And the other thing, please, highlight how to change of the. I am neurologist. I am a medical doctor. And to change our dementia representations, it depends on the cognitive declines. Highlight the cognitive declines. to detect it by the family, to report it by expert professionals, to test, review, and compare it by researchers, to predict by the public health policies, to take care of persons with cognitive decline by social and welfare policies, and to disseminate knowledge by the media. And this is the conclusions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and thank you very much for attending.